Hey, real quick, just want to let you know there's a new video up on the Fortnite short film channel. I guess it goes either way. If you want to watch, it's linked in the description, first line, and you can check it out. It's up to you if you want to. Okay, on with the video. All right, welcome back to, I think, one of our favorite subreddits, Sheath the Car Mods, saying in such a way that YouTube captions can't detect what I'm saying, and it seems to work just fine when I say it that way. Anyway, we'll start off down here with number 19. Actual wheel fairings, $120. Tin snips, $12. Absolutely ruining a Miata. Priceless. Oh, wow, those, that wide body, those fender flares right there. Nice Miata, bro. This is the one instance where the meme actually makes sense. That's a thing that people will say to people sometimes. I've had it said to me before, as I was going by like a group of bikers a few weeks back on a drive, and one of them yells, "Nice Miata, bro," and I'm like, "Nice meme, dude. Nice meme." It's unique. It's a oh no, and then there was also at a Ford meetup that I actually vlogged like a couple months back. Another one went with a "Nice Miata, bro," and I'm like, it's not original, but okay. Whatever works for you. Anyway, now anyone who sees me in public is gonna be like, "Hey, nice Miata, bro," if they've watched this video. Whoa, guys, slow down. That's, wow. That's kind of interesting. Have you ever watched, like, bicycling time trials? In like the Tour de France, which is kind of the only bike race I've ever watched, when they do the time trials where they're all individual, they'll have like the crazy helmets that like taper off in the back, just like this car. It is basically indistinguishable. A biker could wear this on their head in a time trial and they'd probably get a new record. I don't know what to say anymore. It's, you know, sometimes when you add a splitter onto your car, you need to add splitters for the splitter, and then sometimes you need to add extra splitters for those splitters that are for the splitter. Because everyone knows that the more fractal iterations that you do of your splitter, the more aerodynamic, the more downforce you're gonna have. When your car decides to skip leg day, what I don't, yeah, I'm thinking that there's something in progress here, because we see the normal wheel and tire, no, not normal, but the matching one, up in the truck bed. So I think that, yeah, the top comment here probably correct, that one of the tires went flat. And because the spare is too small, he had to replace both of them. Otherwise, he'd basically be like three-wheeling. It'd be like a Reliant Robin, except lopsided, with the third wheel being off to a side instead of in the middle, which wouldn't work too well, I don't think. So that's probably it. It's the opposite of the trucks that have the lean forward, the "oh look, there's a penny" stance on them. This one's just, "oh look at that cloud, it's pretty nice. Just leave this here." You really got the three-dimensional effect working right. It actually, the perspective looks very correct. It's an impressive piece of art. It's probably a print. Someone probably didn't hand paint it on there. But still, had to be custom done because not everyone keeps a wheel and tire like this in their truck bed. So they had to get it done custom, and just, yeah, you know, someone's probably going to mistake that for being an actual thing when they're behind you, and it's too well done. That's your problem. It's just, this is awful taste, but I'd hate to call it great execution, but it might be that. Just why would you ever? Okay, it's a strange thing. I don't think that anyone is going to look at that and be like, "oh, this is a person who I will be able to have an interesting conversation with that's insightful and not creepy." Seen outside of Walmart in North Carolina. You know, wood paneling makes every car seem a lot more fancy, especially when the wood paneling is on the outside of the vehicle. It's like those old Woodies, you know? Also, when you put a wood panel here across the sill, it makes it look wider. It's almost like it's got a carbon fiber monocoque chassis, and it's extreme stability, extremely fast. They've reduced the weight tremendously. Who needs a roof when you can just allow the body to twist and roll because you no longer have the roof to actually hold things together. And convertibles are actually specifically reinforced. That's why convertibles are often a lot heavier than the hardtop components or counterparts, is because they have to add a lot more body reinforcements in the bottom so that they don't just do that, you know? Well, someone just cleared out the automotive accessory rack at Walmart. Wow. I don't mean to prejudge, but that's just, it's a vehicle that I think I just try to stay very clear away from. Maybe the person driving it is the nicest person in the world. There's a possibility, but I'm also terrified that if I do anything that they perceive to be wrong, if I go around them too quickly, if I brake too quickly in front of them, they're gonna try to run me off the road. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. I just attempted to drive. I'm also a little scared driving behind them that one of those things is gonna fly off and hit my car and do damage. And I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it because I'm going to be too scared to bring it up to them because I'm too scared of getting punched in the face. And I'm sorry if that's totally not right and you're the nicest person in the world if you're watching this. It's just, all the skulls make me kind of scared. When your turbo bolts keep backing out, did you weld wrenches together? That's an interesting solution to making sure that some bolts don't come out. I guess if you did it properly, you could almost just like slide because that'll ensure that none of them like loosen little by little over time. Like they're in place there. It looks like he just, you know, tied the wrench contraption on. It's not welded on. So he probably just, if he removes these little wires here, you can just pull the thing off and then he can probably loosen the bolts if he needs to. It's kind of genius. We get the job done. As long as this thing doesn't fall off, those bolts are not loosening. Bravo on some good improvisation, I suppose. I think he drives a Cadillac. I think this is what it would look like if Louis Vuitton manufactured a car. Wow, that's a thing. And that has got to be like a custom build. This dude must have taken it to well, maybe it was State Tire, Moe's Tires and Wheels, and they did it, or he took it to a place like West Coast Customs, and it was like, I want a full-on build where everything that can be branded as Cadillac, I want people to know that I drive a Cadillac. I want you see the front grille? If you take a picture of the front grille of my Cadillac, enhance. Do that CSI thing. That's what I now want it to look. That's how big. I want it to be enhanced. So that people far away, they don't have to enhance it. They can just see it. I need to pre-enhance it for them, okay? There might be a spaceship out there, and they see my car. It's really tiny, but at least they see that it's a Cadillac on the grill. I need that. I swear I didn't hit anything. Thor did. Hey man, that's not the Sheath the Car mod. They got in an accident, and then they were like, how can we just make this funny while we're driving around with a massive dent? More than a dent, with massive side damage to our door. I was just mounted Thor's hammer. That'd be great. That's good. That's a quality way to embrace it. And it'll be a conversation starter. How is your car actually able to drive around with Thor's hammer stuck in it? I thought that thing was supposed to be really heavy and only Thor was really able to lift it. You must be really strong. Or your car is extremely strong. That's very impressive. Well then, I'm 12 and this is humor. God damn it. You know, I'd never thought about that idea before. Probably because I'm not 12. Also, I'm wondering how, at 12 years old, they managed to get a driver's license. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, the dude must already be in a relationship because no matter which way, it's definitely a guy. Definitely a guy. It's probably, yeah, it's probably a guy. And I just, no matter which way he leans, probably towards women, I'm gonna assume. I just don't think that this is a successful strategy. If you are attempting to woo a woman and you're like, hey, do you want to go back to my place? And she happens to know, like, it's minor, and if it's nighttime, you're probably in the clear, But if she notices that, she's probably gonna be like, you know, I forgot. I have work pretty early in the morning. I can't believe I didn't remember until literally just a second when I already got to your car. But wow, it just hit me, and I need to go get sleep. So it's been a pleasure getting to know you. And have a good one. I'm sorry. I also, in addition to forgetting that I had work tomorrow, I forgot my cell phone number. I'll see your 8-ball and katana shifter knobs and raise you one lawnboard? Ion board? I'm missing a reference here and someone's gonna be upset about it. One ion board, lawnboard wheel. Oh, yeah, it's a longboard, skateboard wheel. Like, what is a lawnboard? One word, ion board? That's a bizarre misspelling. Instead of G and spacebar, you just didn't type anything. It's an interesting typo. Anyway, dude, that's totally something. If I was 16 again and I drove a manual transmission car and there was some problem with the shifter knob and it was loose or something, I'd do something like that, dude. I have the soft spot for anything skateboard related. Like, sometimes I'll have a very get off my lawn mentality for certain things, but when it comes to skateboarding, I have kind of this special forgiveness in my heart where I would otherwise, if someone was doing something they shouldn't on a piece of property, I'd be like, give kind of a judgment eye. But if it's skateboarding, I'm like, all right, come on, dude, let's hit that handrail. Let's see it. Let's see you. Come on, land this, please. Let me see some sick skateboarding because I haven't done it nearly enough in my life, and I need you to complete that void for me. So I like it, and you can't convince me anything else. Sheep. I've seen this clip before, and this is not sheethy. This is kind of great. BB-8 is going way too fast. All it needs now is the ability to stick out a lighter when it's stopped. Seems totally safe to do. I like it. That's pretty great. They got a co-pilot on board. This might fit here. God, it looks so lopsided with the teeny little wheels on there. Oh my God. I think someone watched a bit of Top Gear because Hammond was always getting sheep from mostly Clarkson about, you know, 911s being Beetles. I like 911s, so hey, no, they're cool. Thought about that, you know, GT3 RS. Even more so, I'd like a GT2 RS. That'd be pretty dope. But anywho, oh, also they got the twin exhaust there, just on the left side. I don't know if that's stock. Do any bugs have that? Oh man, they had it. Okay. I don't even know what this bit is called, but they got that on 911s. They got the bumper. It probably says Carrera right there. I mean, I think that's a legit whale tail spoiler. That's actually a real one. And they just mounted it on the back of a bug. Fire missiles. It's kind of like the steering wheel on a Ford GT. A lot of buttons on it. Doesn't have a fire missile button, but man, you would think in a Ford GT, for the price, you would be able to fire missiles. Can't believe they missed out on that feature. Now I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get the fire missile option. I'm actually just kind of wondering what all this stuff is for in this car. I wonder if it's like a movie production thing? Like this is actually some kind of stunt car that all these are legitimate things that are necessary to have effects happening when the car is being shot. I'm not sure. Practical effects, that'd be pretty cool. But otherwise, I'm just confused. Honesty is the first step to recovery. At least they're embracing it. Also, I have been waiting like 3 months now for my black and yellow plates, and it's not come in yet. I've talked to other people, and it usually doesn't take that long. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I just got scammed by the California DMV because I put in that order for my license plate. I paid my $50, and they're like, all right, your plate should be ready in the next 8 to 12 weeks or something. I'm pretty sure it's been 12 weeks. I should look at my email and get the exact date. I don't think there's a phone number that I can call for DMV customer service. It's the DMV. I think they just took my $50 and were like, yeah, we decided to not make the plate, but what can he do? He already paid the $50, so we don't really need to do anything. We can just take the $50, and there's no recourse really for people. So I just want my license. I just want my vanity plate, please. It's unfair. Apparently they gave it to you. They won't give me my vanity plate. I don't know why. Very frustrated. I'm very frustrated by this because especially I want the black and yellow. It looks better. I don't know. I think it's kind of genius. Took me a moment. I'm like, hold on, what's going? It actually says lol run. Why lol run though? This is a new rally. It's called the lol run. It costs $20,000 to enter, and you have to have a Mustang and make your brake lights say lol run. There's rallies, there's like the Gumball, there's Cannonball, Gold Rush, etc., etc. This is the new one, the lol run. I'll be starting it shortly. Stay tuned for the details. Even though I'm not qualified because I don't have a Mustang, but maybe I can just be OO with the GT, and it's also Ford, so I'll fit in well enough. Either the lol run or the OO. Anyway, all right, that was it for the last month of Sheet the Car Mods. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more of these. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to music in the background, link is in the outro over on Marin Music.